So now comes one of my favorite topics, which is inconsistency and normalization. It sounds a bit boring, but it's actually, in my opinion, one of the most main problems, most annoying problems in a business environment. I assume that most of the people are not even aware of it. And that's something that me personally brings me forward in the business environment, what makes me special, because I always take care of this. And you will solve many of your problems if you think about it, and now you will learn it. So what is an inconsistency? Some people think an inconsistency is any error in a data set or a database. For example, if you say here 9 GB in the wrong typing, and then they say, oh, it must be an inconsistency. But that's not true. An inconsistency is a logical error that makes no sense. Here I have the part of the table from the previous chapter. So you have ID plus month, gives you the item sold. That's qualifying the whole line. So all the rest is depending on these two. So these two are clearly the key. So far, so good. But if you see more the data, if you look at the data, you see here's the key, RAM, CPU, configuration, but somehow, oops, we have this 9 GB here. It's the same ID, but with another configuration. That makes no sense. That must be a mistake. Either this is a mistake or the other two are a mistake. This really makes no sense. So this is an inconsistency. Same thing here. We have this ID, 18 GB, AMD, perfect, and then here 9 GB and another line, not AMD, Intel. I save that for you. These three are inconsistencies, and that's a huge problem. I saw that hundreds of times in a business environment, and usually it's more than these. Sometimes it's 20 or 30 lines. For example, if you have sometimes in a project schedule, you have something like status, and then another thing, it's like a column that depends on that. For example, if you have here status cancelled, and then another field, an end date in a project schedule, and this status is cancelled and there is no end date, that's also inconsistency, because it really makes no sense. These two depend on each other. And it's like this. Here, these two depend on this one. So if here's a different value than here, it's an inconsistency. Here, this you can call it an inconsistency if this combination makes no sense. So this is somehow a function of that one. And in big Excel tables, you find it all the time, that you find combinations that make no sense. And then you ask the people, for example, I found something in your schedule. I found 10 lines with a status 1 is cancelled and status 2 is whatever, next step or something like that. And then the people always struggle because they just don't take care. And I want to show you a few things how to take care of this. So this is, I have a really ninja trick for you, because these two depend on this. They are somehow redundant, right? So it's not even necessary to write them here. It's a loss of energy to write them here. They should be calculated. Am I right? And in the next video, I show you how to connect this.